What is ABA therapy? We hear a lot about ABA Karwao. If the child is crying loudly, the child has to be gotten into a system where he will stop crying and listen to the teacher and follow through instructions. So there are ways of doing it. So now the big question is ABA helpful? Is it not? There's lots supporting ABA. There is equally lots and maybe more that is criticizing ABA. My take on it, when you do it that ways, ABA is a super hit, super success. Only relying on ABA may not give you those kind of results. Hello and a warm welcome from Rajni, Sashakt Empowering Lives. Welcome to the new people, welcome to the old people. A quick introduction to the new people before I start. Hi there, my name is Rajni. I am a special educator and 18 years now in this field. 22-year-old successful young adult with autism. My son, who is a graduate now and lives and works in a different city. And our motto to bring that awareness to one and all that autism is workable. It's not a disability, it is a neurodivergent condition. We need to understand this condition and work on it accordingly so that the child can reach their highest potential. So, without any further delay, let's very quickly get started. Today's topic is what is ABA therapy? We hear a lot about ABA Karwao, do ABA, take ABA therapy, applied behavior analysis. Yeah, so what is it? So let's very quickly look at this. What is ABA therapy? ABA therapy, basically the applied behavior analysis, means breaking down huge behaviors into small manageable ones using reinforcers, changing the behaviors, getting the kid into a learning zone. So getting the kid into an area as in into a mental area where he will or she will say yes to being taught. So that's the simplest definition of ABA. In a nutshell, what it means is, and why new parents who get the diagnosis and the doctor says OT karao, ABA karao. Yeah, so get OT and do ABA. So basically, what is that which the doctor is saying that needs to be done? When I say required, I mean what is it that needs to be done with the kid? Is this the child has to be, if the child is crying loudly, the child has to be gotten into a system where he will stop crying and listen to the teacher and follow through instructions. So there are ways of doing it. Also, all the structured work that helps a child on the spectrum immensely. So, placing the table to the corner, having the worksheets ready, one worksheet underneath the other, stacked properly, getting the kid to, first assessing what you need to teach and then doing manipulatives, hands on material, multisensorial teaching. All of that is a part of ABA. Basically, what it means, sitting the kid down in a particular place, providing the material, getting to teach the kid so that the kid learns. So, for example, if you want the child to learn matching, so you sit the child in a structured place, not like one day in the drawing room, another day in the bedroom, not like that. So, a specified place, maybe at a therapy center or at home also, a designated place. This is where we work. Then a separate tray. So structure your work for success, which means you keep the things in such a way that you use one and you put it away, and then you take another, you use it and you put it away. And the child does not have any interruptions or any breaks in between. The instructions are kept simple, and using behavior correction techniques, the behaviors are broken down and the child is taught how to listen to the parent. So all of this is a part of ABA. So now the big question is ABA helpful? Is it not? There's lots supporting ABA. There is equally lots and maybe more that is criticizing ABA. My take on it, we need to have a balanced approach. I sometimes joke around and I say, if you have an absolute Italian pizza, okay, done the Italian way, maybe the Indian will not like it. And that's why the Pizza Hut will have, a paneer tikka pizza, which is an Indian version of it, because We love our paneer tikka and we also are good with the pizza. So we have a hybrid kind of a thing. Same way, if you are going totally structured, literally like a military, a regimen, literally that ways, then it may not bring that kind of support or help. Because what happens is, if I say teaching only will happen when you sit on the table and chair and you say, okay, all the reds in the reds, all the blues in the blue, while the child will learn all of that, child will learn to sort, but it will be practically of no value, because the child will not take this learning going back home and say, both of these are daddy's socks, they go into daddy's cupboard, and both of these are my socks and they go into my cupboard. Yeah, that all of these are vegetables and they will go in the vegetable section in the fridge. All of these are fruits and they shall be pushed in here. The child will not develop that sense on their own, which means when you're teaching something using ABA, it's a great way to teach, because the child will learn the concept really fast. But if you do not substantiate it with generalization in household activities and bringing that awareness to the child, then you're making a big mistake. Because I have students who come across and who come over to our office and who will say, the mother will say, he'll do a 4-digit addition with carryover. But if I ask him, you get 3 Maggi and 2 Parleji, how much stuff did you get? The child is not able to say 3 and 2 is 5. So I get 5 things from the grocery shop. So the point here is, use ABA. It's very important. And then generalize that learning in day-to-day activities, in everything, anything and everything. When you do it that ways, ABA is a super hit, super success. Only relying on ABA may not give you those kind of results. So I hope this input was of value to you. If you want to learn exactly how to structure the environment, how to have the kids sit at a particular time, how to open up and how to talk, how to express himself and learn academics, you're very welcome to join us for our lives, which happen on Tuesday, 7 to 7:30 p.m. English, YouTube, Hindi, YouTube, and Instagram. And the Autism Masterclass that happens 7 to 9:30 p.m. Either Thursdays or Fridays. The link is given in the description box below. If you liked our content, hit the like button. Like they say, smash the like button. And of course, subscribe if you haven't. 85% of the people who see us do not subscribe. That's sad. Subscribe so that we can have these messages pushed to so many more people. Yeah. And press the notification. We come back and give you more and more videos. And yes, with that, I will say bye bye and I shall see you the next time.